Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Eddie Spaghewtti on Linda Blair and signing with Subpop Records.
Let me ask you first off something I've always wondered. How'd you end up getting Linda Blair to be in the video with you for Born with a Tail?
Oh, well, that was Sub Pop was, under the impression that we were going to have a big hit record with that third Sub Pop record, Sacrilegious. So they were up for spending all sorts of money, which was, kind of exciting. And initially the plan was I wanted to get Don Knotts to play the devil at the end of the video. And Don Knotts wasn't available or wouldn't do it, but they said, well, I think we can get Linda Blair. And I was like, well, bring it on. So somehow I think the video director or something like that knew or had an in with her, and she showed up, and it was our kind of one of our first brushes with like a real like someone who's expecting the star treatment. She had like a trailer and the whole, a whole entourage and everything. It seemed pretty ridiculous to us as kids, at the time. And just, it seemed over the top for like a 5-second cameo at the end of a stupid punk rock video.
Right,
but it was cool.
Right. It was very cool. It was fantastic. So you mentioned Sub Pop. That was obviously on Sub Pop. I heard an interview where you said you flipped a coin between New Orleans and Seattle, and you ended up in Seattle. You want to talk a little bit about that and how you ended up on Sub Pop?
Well, we started the band in Tucson, Arizona, in the 80s. So, it's been going for a long time. And we knew we wanted to leave Tucson. We just didn't feel like we fit in there. There wasn't, Tucson's a great place now, but when we were kids growing up there, it just wasn't, or didn't seem like it was cool. I don't know. Maybe it was, and I just didn't appreciate it. But so we knew we wanted to leave, and we knew we didn't want to go to Los Angeles because that's what every band from Tucson did. Like, we're going to make it. We're going to go to LA and make it. So we didn't, we were just contrary and didn't want to do it like that. So I knew a guy who had moved to Seattle. So that's how that got put on the map. And New Orleans just seemed like a really cool town that we all wanted to go to. So
it is a
we
cool
put
town.
those two on the menu and literally flipped a coin. And thank God it landed on Seattle, because if we would have went to New Orleans, I think we'd all be dead.
Right. I hear you. First time I flew into New Orleans, it was the first time I ever felt home somewhere. It was a very strange feeling. Yes, I love that town. So you end up in Seattle, you get there and there's Nirvana, there's Mudhoney, Alice in Chains going on. How do you end up at Sub Pop?
Well, once we got there, I didn't know anything about Sub Pop until we got to Seattle. I thought we'd go to Seattle, we'd easily be the best band there. There's not even going to be any competition. It's not even going to be close. So we get there, and I discover, there's Soundgarden, there's Nirvana, there's Mudhoney, there's a whole scene going on there, and it's fucking on already by then. And I was just so thrilled to be a part of something like that, like a whole vibrant, and nobody was real like competitive. Everybody was real supportive of each other, and this was before bands started flocking to Seattle, so we were welcomed, and it was real cool. It was a real encouraging scene, and everybody was playing cool music, and everybody's kind of writing, a new kind of songs, and it was just a real cool thing to be involved in. And Sub Pop was really the only game in town, and as soon as we saw that what they were up to, I was like, well, that's where we should be, and that was where we set our sights on, and somehow we did it.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.